My beloved brothers and sisters, human weakness is not a failure. It is one of the greatest invitations from Allah to come closer to Him. Many people think that when they feel overwhelmed, tired, or emotionally drained, it means something is wrong with them. They believe they should always be strong, always in control, always able to handle everything without breaking. But the truth is, Allah never asked you to be perfect. He never asked you to carry every burden alone. He never expected your heart to be a place of unlimited strength. Weakness is built into your nature as a reminder that you are human, and humanity itself is a sign that you are created to depend on Allah, not on yourself. When life becomes heavy, when patience feels thin, when sadness creeps into your chest, Allah is not disappointed in you. He is not turning away from you. He is not saying, "Why are you weak?" Instead, He is calling you. He is inviting you gently, lovingly, mercifully. "My servant, come back to me, lean on me, tell me your pain." Weakness softens the heart, and a soft heart is more ready to cry to Allah than a heart full of pride. If you think about the moments you felt closest to Allah, they were rarely the moments of ease. They were the moments when your hands trembled, your chest tightened, your eyes watered, and you whispered a dua that came from deep inside. Hardship breaks the barriers that arrogance builds. Weakness melts the ego that stops you from surrendering. When you feel weak, you are actually experiencing a moment of spiritual awakening, because at that point you finally recognize your need for Allah in a way that is real, raw, and sincere. In weakness, dua becomes deeper. In weakness, salah becomes more heartfelt. In weakness, your soul turns away from people and turns toward the one who truly understands you. Allah knows every tear before it falls, every fear before it reaches your mind, every heartbreak before you can even describe it. When He sees your strength fading, He doesn't leave you. He gets closer to you than ever. Sometimes Allah removes the illusion of your strength so that you can see His real strength. He takes away a plan, a person, or an opportunity to remind you that nothing in this world is permanent, but He is. Weakness is His way of detaching your heart from what you were holding too tightly. It is His way of cleansing your soul from pride, showing you that your power is limited, but His mercy has no limits. So when you feel weak, don't let Satan convince you that you are failing. You are not failing. You are being guided. You are being shaped. You are being purified. Allah loves the hearts that break for Him, the voices that tremble when calling Him, and the souls that turn to Him when they realize they cannot stand on their own. Human weakness is not a flaw, it is a pathway. A doorway, a gentle push toward the one who never breaks, never leaves, never gets tired, and never stops loving you. Your weakness is simply Allah showing you where true strength really lies with Him. Real strength begins when you stop relying on yourself and start relying on Allah. We live in a world that constantly tells us to be independent, strong, unshakable, and always in control. People say, "Don't depend on anyone, handle it yourself, be strong on your own." But the believer's heart works differently. True strength is not found in the person who carries everything alone. It is found in the one who knows when to let go and trust the power of Allah. As long as you rely only on your own abilities, you will always reach a point where you break. Your mind has limits, your emotions have limits, your body has limits, your patience has limits, but Allah has no limits. His mercy has no limits. His power has no limits. His wisdom has no limits. When you keep depending on yourself, life will continue to exhaust you. But when you shift your reliance to Allah, He places tranquility in your heart even before your situation changes. Relying on Allah does not mean being weak. It means being wise enough to know that your strength alone will never be enough. It means understanding that victories come from Him, not from your intelligence, not from your plans, not from your effort. Your effort is required, but it is not the source of success. The source is Allah. When you realize this, the pressure you carry begins to dissolve. You no longer fear the future because you know who controls it. You no longer panic about results because you trust the one who decides them. There are times when you tried everything, spoke to everyone, planned every detail, but still nothing changed. That is not failure. That is a sign that Allah wants you to hand the situation over to Him. Sometimes He blocks every door so you finally look up instead of ahead. Sometimes He lets your strategy fail so your doer can rise. Sometimes He removes your comfort so you can rediscover His closeness. When you rely on yourself, life feels heavy. When you rely on people, life feels disappointing. But when you rely on Allah, life feels peaceful even in the middle of storms. Because you know that even if the world collapses, Allah's support will never leave you. Relying on Allah also means trusting His timing, even when it feels delayed. It means believing that He knows what you don't know. It means accepting that His plans are greater than anything you could imagine. The moment you place your heart in Allah's care, He begins to arrange everything for you. People, opportunities, solutions, and pathways that you never even thought existed. When you stop relying on yourself, you don't become weaker. You become stronger in a way the world cannot understand. You walk with confidence, not because you trust your ability, but because you trust His promise. You stand firm, not because you believe in your plans, but because you believe in His decree. And that is the kind of strength that can never break. Allah's power is greatest when every visible door is closed, because He opens the unseen ones. In life, we are taught to look for solutions we can see, paths we can calculate, and outcomes we can predict. But the reality of faith is that the most powerful help from Allah often arrives from directions you never expected, through means you never imagined, at a moment you thought everything was over. When every door closes, that is not the end. It is the beginning of Allah's intervention. Sometimes Allah closes doors not to punish you, but to protect you. He removes opportunities that you think are good for you because He knows what lies beyond them. He takes away people who you believe are essential for your happiness because He sees the harm you cannot see. He allows disappointment to touch your heart so that you stop leaning on the world and start leaning on Him. When visible doors close, it is Allah gently pulling you away from what was not written for you and guiding you toward what is better. We panic when doors shut because we think our plans have failed. But your plan is not the final plan. Allah's plan is, and He opens doors that are far more beautiful than the ones you begged for. The job you didn't get, the person who walked away, the path that collapsed. These are not losses. These are redirections. They are signs that Allah is shifting your life towards something greater, something safer, something more aligned with your destiny. When you place your trust in the world, closed doors feel like destruction. But when your heart relies on Allah, closed doors feel like transformation. You begin to understand that Allah does not close a door without having already prepared another, one that you may not see yet, but one that is already written with His mercy. His unseen doors appear at the exact moment your heart believes there is no escape, and that is what makes His help so powerful. It arrives in a way that leaves no doubt. This was only Allah. Many times in your life, you will reach points where every effort fails. You will try again and again, but nothing moves. This is not a sign to give up. It is a sign to surrender to Allah. When you finally stop forcing things and raise your hands in dua, that is when Allah opens the unseen door. The door you didn't know existed. The door that was silent, but always waiting for your trust. His power is not limited to logic. His power is not bound by the laws of this world. He can turn a moment of darkness into a lifetime of light. He can change hearts, rewrite situations, and create solutions out of nothing. When the world says there is no way, Allah says, "My servant, watch my way." So when visible doors close, don't despair. Your story is not ending. It is shifting into Allah's protection. His unseen door is on its way, and when it opens, it will make you forget every closed door that once made you cry.